Hello and welcome to my 2 cents on it. My name is Gerald. I'm your host and gonna give my 2 cents on sports today with my co-host Greedy SportsTalk. Sir, how you doing?
Oh, one, wonderful, man. Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, man. We're gonna talk about the NBA and the NFL, and we are going to start in the NBA. And let's go to the East. I think it's clear as day that Boston has no competition really with the Knicks battling injuries, the Cavs battling injuries, and I don't think they're ready yet. The 76ers, Joel Embiid is out. The Heat is always a contender, but I don't see it for them this year. And the Bucks, like I said, they fired their coach and hired Doc Rivers. Enough said about them. So I don't see Boston having no competition out east. What's your take on it?
Yeah. I want to say I concur with your pick for the East. Yeah, the Celtics do have the best record in the NBA, so they obviously should be favorites coming out of the East. The only team I think that will be in the ECF with them is probably the Bucks. But the problem with the Bucks is, Doc Rivers, he had, like you said, he has a history of blowing 3-1 leads. We seen it. With the Clippers twice. Um, and if I recall, one Chris Paul with the Clippers back then, we blown that 3-1 lead. I think it was
Yes.
to the Rockets.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So and the other one, the recent ones with the Clippers and that bubble year. You know.
Last year, last year with the 76ers, it was a 3-2 on the Celtics.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right.
And then with the Celtics, they were up on the Heat, I believe, in the 2013 finals. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
2012 finals, 3-2, and the Heat came back with the last two. So he's done it in all his stops, except for Orlando, which
Yeah.
he had a title contender there, but everywhere else, he has, and he just blown it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that the Atlanta blew it. They blew it to the Pistons. That 3-1 lead. You had
Yes, yes, yes. Good.
T Mac.
That's
T
that's what
Mac was on the Orlando team. I remember.
that's what T Mac said. It was good to be in the second round.
Yeah.
It would have been in the first round was still best of five, which they need to go back to. I'm also gonna be proponent of them. They need to go back to the first round, best of five, but
Yeah.
I know they won't do the money, but they should.
Yeah.
It'll be a better round for more upsets and also it'll get through it quicker.
Oh yeah. I agree. Yeah. Because you think about as you say that format been since they had NBA on NBC. That's the format back in the
Yeah.
days like
2003. Yeah,
yeah, 2003.
it's been 21 years. Yeah, yeah,
Shoot in the 80s when you had like Bird and Bird and the Bulls.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know I'm getting off subject here, but I'm just going go to this real quick. A lot of people clown, Michael Jordan for getting swept. I said, man, they don't have fair games back in the first round.
Well, you got to remember, even though he scored 63,
Yeah.
they played the 86 Celtics, one of the greatest teams in NBA history. They only lost one
Oh
home game
yeah.
that year. They went oh, only one home loss,
And
and that was to Portland. And that was to Portland. Everybody else they beat the home.
oh yeah. And you got to think about who was on that team too. Cam McHale, Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge. Of course, we already know Larry Bird. So that's like four Hall of Famers off the top of my head.
Well, Ainge
We
in the Hall of Famer. Dennis Johnson Is.
Wait a
He
minute.
was the
They
he was
ain't
the
they Hall of Famers?
he was the other starter. And five with Bill Walton, the sixth man, the greatest sixth man in NBA history. So they had five Hall of Famers. We
Oh
all know,
yeah,
we all know that Bird, McHale, and Parrish are the greatest front court in NBA history. Nobody come close to
yeah.
those three. Like a starting front court for those three. Period.
That was just crazy, man. That team just
Yeah.
crazy. and,
Yes. And I'm
and, and
just
you know,
I was gonna say that's the only team that would give to me the '96 Bulls trouble in a playoff series.
oh yeah, man, BB, yeah, you're right because I mean, you had Dennis Rodman, but Will Purdue, Bill, what they ain't got nothing against Rob Parrish. Not in their prime, no way.
Uh, Jordan the man, but yeah, but that team was just stacked and loaded.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like I guess back to the Bucks. I mean, Dame is a tremendous offensive player, but defensively, he doesn't compare to a Drew Holiday. And they
yeah,
Grayson Allen, what does he irritates me as a player? He also plays good defense too. They traded him. They also lost, defense in the backcourt as well. So they don't have as much defense presence in the backcourt as they did last year. So that's why, they cut it
right.
down.
You know what they did acquire Pat Beverly, but the thing is
He got hurt.
the
He got
guards.
hurt. He got hurt. He out for some months. So
Wow,
so it's just bad. Yes.
that's crazy.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
just
So
got him right. They're doing like
trade
mid
deadline,
season.
yeah. So that's why it's going down for the the Bucks. That's why I think the Celtics are gonna just not breeze through it. I say they may suffer 2 or 3 losses, but that's about it on the
Yeah.
way to the finals.
Oh yeah. And now, yeah, I think but the one bad thing about just a regular season, it's like they have a habit like when they up like big leagues, they can get lackadaisical sometimes. Like they don't keep their foot on the gas. Like I saw the Hawks game, when they was up by 30. I said, what? I said, how they collapse a 30-point lead? But you know why it is? It probably say it's a regular season. Forget about it. We don't care. But I
They
just
lost.
know.
They had lost to the Hawks again last night, so that's a little troubling to me.
Oh man.
They played the Hawks on Monday in Atlanta. They was off Tuesday and Wednesday, so they had 2 days
Yeah.
off. Played the Hawks again on third last night and lost to the Hawks again. So yeah. So I guess they foot really is off the gas.
Yeah. You kind of think of it. I don't think I seen in the Hawks game. Trey Young was out, wasn't he?
Trey Young is out. It
Yeah,
was
that's what I
it
thought.
was
That's even more crazier.
the reason why I don't lead the safe in the NBA in this day and age because everybody is about the 3-pointer and teams don't take the regular season seriously, which is why. Which is why
Yeah,
you
that
don't lead the
too.
safe. Now, if it was a playoff game, believe me, Boston would be locking down to make sure that Atlanta would come back and playoff game of 30. But the regular season, that is possible.
Yeah. I seen that multiple times. Like the Clippers. They did the same thing with the Lakers. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Ain't no lead safe because when you sit down the starters when they're the
Yeah.
bench warmers, some bench warmers to go out. Some bench warmers take it as their time to shine, and some is out there just going through the motions. So when you get the right mix,
Right.
that can happen too.
As long as I'm sitting in the playoffs, I'm good. I'm okay with that, man. But no, teams can't make that a habit. Especially going to the playoffs. You got nipped that in the bud.
Yeah, but when this playoff time, teams lock it down. Teams get
Oh
100%
yeah.
serious.
Oh yeah.
So you got to worry about that for playoff time. But yeah, like I said, Boston will I think go straight to the finals. Philly shit, he was trying to bring a beat back. I think it's a waste. Just hold them to next
Yeah.
year.
Too little, too late. Too little, too late.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to, on the East. I want to talk about Orlando real quick. They are a young team on the rise. Pablo Beccaro is playing really good. I think he could be a five, top 10 player in the next 2 3 years if he keeps this up. I think they got some young talent over there.
Yeah. Yep.
The thing is, I've been sticking with Orlando for some years. I don't know who their coach is.
I ain't gonna lie. Me too. I haven't really tuned in to Orlando since the man. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I had to go back to the.
Dwight Howard years. I ain't gonna be honest. That's the
Yeah,
last time.
I
That's
was
the last time I
going
watched
to you know
Orlando. When Dwight Howard was on the team.
what?
That's the last time I watched Orlando. Seriously, they was
The
one
White
of them
House,
teams.
they had Turkaloo with Shara Lewis and them.
Yeah, I was thinking of the last years when he had Big Baby Davis and some
Oh
other
yeah, they had
guys.
Big Baby Davis. Yeah,
Yeah,
you right
yeah,
about that.
yeah. Well, it was all over when Stan Van Gundy did an interview and said that Dwight wanted him fired, and Dwight came from behind him, put his arm around him, like, yeah, it's over for Orlando. And then
And
they
that's
fired Stan.
insane.
And then they fired Stan, and Dwight still got traded anyway. So yeah, it was over for Orlando after that. But they ain't come back. Bravo to them. And also a team out west who I ain't watched in years when it's come back. I'm talking about them in a little bit, but yeah. So that's pretty good. So I guess we can, I guess, talk about the Bulls. I think the
Oh,
Bulls more than any team in the NBA, the Bulls need a complete overhaul. They need to trade everybody except for Kobe White and Patrick
Kobe White be
Williams.
balling.
Yeah, Kobe White and Patrick Williams, keep them two. Everybody else needs to be traded. I think they did DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, Alex Caruso disservice. Those three really could have helped a team in the playoffs instead of just having them stuck on the Bulls. I'm not saying they were done dirty, but they should have been respected as veterans and sent elsewhere rather than be stuck here. In my opinion,
Yeah. I can see it. Well, one thing too. We gotta remember. I know he's been hurt, but Zoe he was a good playmaker. You know what I'm saying? He was starting to come into his own. He improved on his 3-point shot, and the Bulls had him for like a long while.
the Bulls are a joke. Waiting on Lonzo Ball to come back. They are absolute joke. That's sad. Waiting on the guy who ain't played in 3 years to come back and save your team. That's sad. That makes the Bulls a laughing stock. I haven't watched them in years. That's so much of a joke they are. But as much as I like Stacey King's commentary, I can't watch the Bulls because the fact that they just want to accept that they need change is just to me unexcusable as a franchise. It's clear
Yeah.
as day. It's clear as day that Jerry Ransdale, all he wants is the money. As long as the Bulls are competitive when they come to UC, it's
Yeah.
all that he cares about. At this rate, like I said, the Bulls more likely going to be beat the Celtics, being swept out the playoffs in four, and be beat decisively all 4 games. That's what it's going to be. So Jerry Randall's get 2 more playoff games and make some more extra bread. And that's all he cares about. Because the Bulls are coming to 30 the Celtics. Any of
Yeah.
those 4 games, if they play in the playoff series. Any of the four.
I mean, I probably, it's a high chance the Bulls will get swept. But I'll probably give them one game, just one
No,
game.
no, no, no.
You said no. You said no.
The only of the teams 7 to 10, the only team that can push Boston is Indiana. Indiana will take it to at least 6.
Oh, speaking of Indiana, they steamrolled the Lakers tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean Tyrese Halliburton is a stud, man, and I like they got some young talent. Now they got with Pascal Siakam, they got a number 2 option.
Oh, that was a big thing. That's a big move. They got
Yeah,
Pascal down for the Raptors.
yeah, yeah. I think they need a little bit more, but if they play in Boston, they would push them to at least 6. If they play, like I said, if they play the Bulls, they sweep with the Bulls, they play the Hawks, they sweep with the Hawks in playoffs. I promise you. I forget
Well,
who.
they better. They better.
I want to say the Heat is seventh, right?
Yeah. The Heat is seven, as I recall. Yeah, I think he is seven.
But something tells me that the
They might be. Wait a minute. They might be six because they won tonight.
yeah, let me see. I'm seeing right now the standings right now in the NBA. Give me 1 minute.
All right.
Give me 1 minute. Yes. So right now, Indiana is six. Miami is seven. Philadelphia is eight. I misspoke. The Bulls are ninth and
Mm.
Atlanta is 10. So I
Oh.
misspoke. So if this remains the way it's gonna be right now, it'll be of course 7-8 Miami, Philadelphia. I would go with
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah. Of
And
course,
then
Miami.
and then 9-10 Atlanta and the Bulls. I would go with Atlanta to beat the Bulls. And then I say Philadelphia would beat Atlanta. And then Philadelphia would be eight and
Mm.
Boston to be one. So to be the Celtics and the Sixers in the first round.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like I said, the Sixers are trying to push it beat, I think they should do that. They should go ahead, just take the L, let it be sit out, and let the Celtics just roll the Sixers and wait till next year. But if
He been out
they,
too long.
but yeah, I'm saying, if they insist on pushing the beat out there, I'll give the Sixers one game, and the Celtics to beat the
Yeah.
Sixers at five. But yeah, so that'll change things. So if Indiana can beat the Knicks, I would give them a chance to beat Milwaukee in the second round.
Oh, wait. You know what? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised that happened, but I still think that I can still see it being like a 6 game series.
I can see, I can see the Pacers beat the Bucks, put them out, and then it beat the Celtics and the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Final.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I can also see it. But as far as like who I put my money on for experience, don't get me wrong, Pacers are a good team, but I had to throw it. I want to throw it in there. The Bulls smacked them the other night, but
Like I said, it's the regular season. It's the regular season.
no, I'm just joking around. I'm just joking around, man. I'm joking around. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get serious. I'm gonna get serious.
No, no, no. No,
Uh,
I mean, seriously, the Bulls have won 3 or 4 this year for the Pacers, but if they're in the playoff series, I'm gonna have the Pacers at five because it's a whole different beast.
oh yeah. Things get more serious.
Games get more intense. Players lock it down. So I was gonna say Dave Lillard, he can't he he can't contain, he can't hold Tyrese Halliburton. He can't do nothing with Tyrese Halliburton. Just watch him go by him.
He not get well. His career, he never was a good defender.
And he damn sure not now. Halliburton will go around Dave all seven
Yeah,
games in that series.
yeah.
And then if Pascal Siakam, does what we supposed to do as number two show up, then I have the like I said, the Pacers put the Bucks out.
Ooh.
I can see that.
Hmm. Hmm. You know what? You know what? That's not the realm of possibility. I know that the in season tournament, like the Pacers did beat them.
Yeah, the Pacers have won, I want to say 4 or 5 of the Bucks this year.
Damn.
Yeah, four
You
out of
know
five.
what? You know
Yeah,
what?
let,
You know
let me
what?
look that up. Yeah, they won 4 out of 5 games for the Bucks this year. Let me look at that up right now. Hold on one second. They ain't played since New Year's, but I believe the Bucks have, Pacers up 4-1.
You know. Yeah. You know what?
I'm sorry. Yep. The Pacers have won 3-1. They don't count that game in the
in the tournament, in
playing
season tournament.
tournament.
Right.
They don't count that one. But even still, the Pacers won that one too, so they still won 4 or 5 out of the books.
You know what,
So that's why I give them a chance.
Joe, you making a very convincing argument. You are,
It's
you
the
making a
truth.
very,
I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling the truth. That's what it is. It's the truth. The
you know
truth
what,
shall set you free.
I believe you, but
Yes.
you know what, Dame, you mentioned one thing about Dame. Dame has failed multiple times in the playoffs, like when he came up small. I seen that. Now Giannis, he's really the champion on that team. But the thing is, Giannis, you get him to a free throw line, that's a wrap.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Because
I
he's
mean, I mean, Giannis and Dame are top 10 players, but you need the other guys to show up. Now I know that Bobby Porter's gonna show up, but I need Brook Lopez to show up every night. I need Chris
uh,
Middleton,
yeah,
someone
Chris Middleton.
healthy.
Yeah, you
I,
definitely need him.
Chris Middleton is the key. I said that when he won the title, he was the key. And this year he gonna be the key too. If he plays and he produces, then the Bucks have a chance. But if he hurt and he not really making his shots, then the Bucks can't go nowhere.
Exactly.
And like I said, I think the Pacers got what it takes. I mean, they showed it. They already proved it this year to put out the Bucks. So look out for that. But yeah, I think Boston going straight to the finals out east. So now we can just shift to the west. I know. So we can just, I guess, start with the Lakers and the Warriors. I don't think neither team is going anywhere right now. They're 9-10. Right now, right now they're 9-10. Not only that, the Rockets on the heels, on both the heels. So the Rockets gonna give them hell
Yeah,
to make the playoffs. So if they do get there, they're gonna be 9-10. One gonna put the other out. So one gonna
yeah,
be a 9 seed, the other gonna be out. I guess we can start with the Warriors. Draymond being ejected. Steph Curry put the tears. It's time for the Warriors to just end it. Just realize it's over. Get Draymond out of there. Play Thompson the player he was. He needs to go.
hmm
What's your thoughts on it, man?
even though the Warriors, what update on the Warriors, they did win tonight, but I agree with you, man. The dynasty, it's coming, it's coming to a close.
It is a
Yeah,
close. It's over.
yeah,
It's locked up shop.
yeah, because you got to think about it too. That team is getting older. That's an older team now.
It's an older team. And also, Andrew Wiggins, when he went out last year due to some kind of
Yeah,
situation,
yeah.
he ain't
They
been the
threw off their
same since.
chemistry.
He ain't been the same since he left from last year.
Yeah. So it's like when they got into the playoffs, that's kind of working their chemistry back in. And so, when they you recall last year when they faced the Lakers, the Lakers beat them. They pretty much played like big man basketball. But I ain't gonna get too much on the free throws, but the free throws, in some games was ridiculous. I was like, it was some ghost foul in there. Like Austin Reeves was getting like fouls like he was a superstar or something. I'm like, man, it said, come on now. I can see LeBron and Anthony Davis getting calls, but Austin Reeves. It's like, come on.
I
But
just think, look,
but,
go ahead.
yeah, the war. I ain't gonna make no excuses. The Warriors didn't take care of business last year. The Lakers, the Lakers advanced, but it was a lot of controversy around the free throw attempts. But they won though. They won. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna say they just won.
Yeah, I say this right here. I think the Rockets are going to catch the Warriors.
Oh, they can. Because they're like what, one game behind them or something like that.
Yeah, they're one game behind them. This is proving that Ime Udoka is one hell of a coach. Yeah, I mean, I know that anybody can coach that team, but they're Boston. With all the talent, they had 2 years ago when they made the finals. But he proved with this team with the Rockets, he can coach because when you have to rely on Dylan Brooks to be one of your leaders and best players, and he's having Dylan Brooks do enough. And Fred VanVleet, he proved he's a stud.
Oh yeah.
Jalen Jalen Green, the father to be, he
Oh, I
doing his
love Jalen
thing.
Green.
Yeah. Off the court, he does some silly stuff, but on the court, he is a baller.
Man,
And
especially them dunks he be doing. Man,
yeah,
Jalen Green got some crazy
the
athleticism.
dunk against Portland, boy, that was off the chain.
Yeah,
And I like they center Sengun. I think he can
Sengun.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
he can play.
he almost remind me of a you know, he can score inside and he can score outside. He's one of them centers.
So it's like basically a bigger version of Dirk the Whiskey.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. That's all it is. Yeah, I mean, Adoka has proven he's a coach because
Yes, he
anybody
did.
anybody can coach like a team with top five talent. But when you have like I would say mediocre talent, when you have like young players and old veterans put together, and the coach can just put it together and get the
Yeah.
team like on the run, like towards the playoffs. That proves what a coach he is. It's kind of like Doc Rivers when he won Coach of the Year with Orlando back in 2000 with a 41-41 record because everybody's wondering why Phil Jackson didn't win Coach of the Year. But when you got
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe and all them other players they had back then, anybody could win 60 games in that roster. But we had the roster that Doc had, and he got the 41 wins. That proved that what a coach he was.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The fact that he was able to go from Boston and have success, now he going to the Rockets and turn them around. I think the Rockets going to be a dangerous dark horse next year. I,
If, if they get some more talent, yes, yes. It may can only do so much, but yes.
but you know what? The fact that they won 10 straight, man, that says a lot. Like you said, with Dylan Brooks and who? Well, what team did Dylan Brooks come from? Memphis Grizzlies, right?
And Grizzlies told him, well, they told us there was no certain terms he would be re-signed because they tried to put blame on him for that failure against the Lakers, which I thought was completely unfair.
Well,
Yeah,
the Lakers was gonna be him anyway because it wasn't no job on the court. It was gonna be him anyway.
John was out there.
Was he?
Yes, he was out there.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm thinking about the suspension. All them games he was out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
thinking about suspension.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
we but I think in that series they're missing somebody. I think they're missing two players at least. One or two players. They had one they had one or two they starters out, if I recall. So somebody was missing on the Grizzlies. I think it was like a Brandon Clark or somebody. It was somebody that was
Steven
missing.
Adams. Steven Adams has been out forever today. Yeah, they traded the Rockets, but Steven Adams been out forever today. That's what it was. They was missing
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, well, but I get back to your point. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Ume Udoka is a great coach.
You know what? For the longest time, I knew him as the assistant coach who was engaged to Neil Long, but now he is to me Ime Udoka,
Yeah,
successful NBA coach.
and you know what? The one thing about Phil Jackson. When people say Phil Jackson is the greatest coach. You know, but you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. The greatest coach, Phil Jackson. He had great superstars when he won them championships. He had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and at some point he had Dennis Rodman. Let's not get it for the role players like Ron Harper, and all of them guys, Tony Kukoc. Phil Jackson has some great teams. Now the thing about Udoka, he took a pitiful Rockets team and and got them in play in contention because they was at the bottom of the league before Udoka got there. They was at the way bottom of the league. I mean, really at the bottom of the league with the Spurs. You know, and the fact that he's able to turn them around, says a lot. And, I always tell people, like, it's easy to coach when you got great talent. We got great players that's already, bona fide or established. It's not too much to prove. Only thing it takes is for like great players to buy in. The reason why Phil Jackson was successful because Michael Jordan brought in, and Michael Jordan didn't buy in. Phil Jackson wouldn't be as successful. Or if Kobe Bryant or Shaq didn't buy in, Phil Jackson wouldn't be so successful. You know, so what Udoka doing is amazing.
It is. It's funny. Phil Jackson's biggest critic was Red Auerbach, and I'm not gonna take anything away from Red, but we have a team full of Hall of Famers like Bill Russell, Bob Cousy. I'm
Yeah,
trying. Now he had a team full of Hall of Famers too. So
Havlicek.
yeah, I don't know if he coached Havlicek, but he coached a lot of Hall of Famers. Sam Jones, Casey
There you go.
Jones was in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Don, very former coaches Don Nelson, John Thompson. I can go on and on. He had players too. Now, granted, back then when he was coaching, it was only like 12 teams, but he had a team loaded with talent, which is why every
yeah,
year he won a championship.
yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this: coaching helps, but at the end of the day, you need talent to win a championship.
Exactly. Yeah, then you also need them elite players on that team to buy in.
Yeah,
If the players don't buy in, it's not gonna work.
and I will say this: the '04 Pistons. They say that was a team for the superstars, granted, but you had one Hall of Famer in Ben Wallace,
There you go.
Chauncey, Chauncey Billups may make the Hall of Fame. I think he should. So
But
this
that wasn't no
guy,
super team though.
it wasn't. But what I'm saying is, you had one Hall of Famer and one maybe Hall
Yeah.
of Famer. So you have to have at least some elite talent somewhere.
Ben Wallace was a man. He was a beast on defense.
Yeah, that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. The defense
Yeah,
was stud. The defense was stud.
I saw the way he did Shaq in that 045. I said, "Whoa!"
Yeah, you have to have talent.
I-
And also if you help it, Robert Horry shoot those clutch shots because he has 7 rings.
yeah,
7. I mean, that's impressive.
and,
Even
and, and, and you know what? People forget. Um, a year that a year LeBron James in '07 went on that run.
yeah.
What the Pistons was missing, they was missing Ben Wallace. They ain't had Ben Wallace on that team.
Well, I will say this: when Bill Wallace came to the Bulls, he was washed up, which is why the Pistons didn't re-sign him.
Oh yeah, and he played on the Bulls, but I think he also played on the Cavs too with LeBron, if I remember.
Yeah, Ben Wallace was because he was watching at that point because he allowed Rashawn Lewis hit the game with a shot. He was talking about
Mm.
uh, he needs to retire, and I was thinking the same thing. I thought y'all ready to retire because he let Rashawn Lewis go by him with the quickness for that game with a shot. So it was at that point it was over for Big B at that point. So
Yeah,
you see a short afterwards he retired.
yeah, but man, in his prime, man, shoot, he was a force with them block shots and
Oh yeah, yeah.
man, he even rebounding and stuff, man. I like,
That's why he's 4-time defensive player of the year. I mean, he
oh
had it.
yeah,
Yeah, so I guess with the West, Lakers and the Warriors are through. And even to get to the AFC, they're gonna beat the Nuggets, the defending champs. I think number one, gonna put out whoever in 5.
yeah, he gonna wipe him out. He gonna, they're gonna wipe him out.
Yeah, so as we move up the list to the West, we can talk about the Suns. They got the big three, but I think they're missing the point guard and they're missing depth. So they look good, but I don't see to me championship contender.
No, no. It might end the way it ended last year. Second round. Out of there. it might end like it ended last year. Second round out of there. But you know what? Um, I want your opinion on this. This is going back to last year when the Clippers faced the Suns. I still think if Kawhi Leonard didn't get hurt, man, man.
And if Kawhi did get hurt, if the Clippers lose to the Nuggets, then the team is
Yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah,
win
yeah,
against the
yeah.
Nuggets. Then the team's going to win against the Nuggets.
Well. I'm not making the argument. I know, no. I'm not making the argument that the Clippers will win the championship. I'm making the argument that the Clippers will beat the Suns last year if Kawhi didn't get hurt.
Yeah, more than likely, but I don't see neither team going anywhere.
Yeah.
Last year. So uh, I'm thinking the Nuggets are the favorites to go back to the finals. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, definitely. Now Western Conference Finals. This who I see. This is a matchup that we possibly can see. Um, I'm trying to think. Probably Luca face off with that'd be a good one. Luca and Kyrie face off with the Denver Nuggets, but I still think Denver Nuggets go to the finals. I got Denver Nuggets going to the finals regardless. I said at the beginning of the year, I think going to the finals regardless. But I'm trying to figure out who's going to be in the Western Conference Finals. I can see Luca and them going in there.
I don't believe. I will say this about the Mavs. I mean, I like Luca. I like Kyrie as players. I don't like them together as players because because neither one plays defense worth a damn, and their games don't complement one another. So I don't see them really
Yeah.
being championship contender.
No. They definitely not a championship contender.
Both guys, both guys are ball dominant, and they like to control the offense up and down the court. So both guys better off playing with catch and shooters.
I can see the actually. I can see the. I can see the Kings as a dark horse. Because Sabonis and Fox, that's a very good combination. And they also like the Kings remind me of a younger version of the Warriors with the shooters on their team.
Yeah, some tell me the Kings ain't going nowhere. I mean, they're a good team, but I still think they missing something that's going to put them over the top.
And then look at all the rest. Oh, you know what? I got a bell one, but man, but this ain't gonna happen. OKC, they young in this. They young. They just it's something about being so young.
Yeah, that's why the Thunder and the Timberwolves. I really don't see either team going to the finals. I think both teams need a little more playoff experience and maybe looking
Yeah,
at their rosters before they go somewhere. I just don't see it. I mean, with the Timberwolves, it's proven Rudy Gobert, if you can stretch him out on the court, get him away from the paint,
yeah.
he you make him basically uh you
Expose them.
yeah, expose him and make the team play for put him on the bench. So basically you get him out the game like that. And then also Carl Anthony Towns, you have to rely on him. I know Anthony Edwards is gonna show up, but will Cat show up every night? That's the question.
Yeah. People say he got similarities to Michael Jordan. Where here, here's a chance to prove it.
Yeah. Anthony Towns, to me, he one of them guys that show up sometimes.
Yeah.
One night he might have say 740. Next night he might have 8 points. So he go up and down. He's too inconsistent, for me.
And he's hurt right now too, ain't he?
He hurt, but then he got to come back and get a little game shape.
Yeah, that's true. I don't see the Timberwolves. I don't see the OKC. The Kings. You made a good point, but the Kings. They're a very side team. A very side combo with Sabonis and Darren Fox. But the thing is, how deep will they go into playoffs though? But I think the Kings will get anybody a run for their money though. I know. I say that. Then moving on down, we got the Suns, and we talked about the Suns. We got the Mavericks. Yeah, we talked about them.
I guess we could talk about the Pelicans. Zion has lost the weight, so he is
Oh
ready to
yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah.
He ready to play. He ready to play. And if him, Ingram, and McCullum show up every night, they can put out the Clippers because the Clippers recently said they have no identity, and that's not
That's the
good.
problem.
You go to the playoffs in about like 2.5 weeks. That's not good. They have no identity. Like what the hell?
Oh, the Clippers beat Orlando tonight. But you know what? The problem is with the Clippers is
They're the Clippers.
I just don't know about James Harden, man. You don't know a version of James Harden you gonna get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean you're right. We just saw the man try to block his own teammate shot. So yes, you're right about that. We don't know.
See, that's a big problem with the Clippers. This is why I'm telling people. I said no, they did not need James Harden. They did not need that. They have Russell Westbrook. They know.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But you know what? James Harden has been a plus addition for the Clippers. I will say that he has been a good addition.
Yes, I said yeah. So he can be a best playmaker. Some type of playmaker. And I gotta commend Russell Westbrook for going to the bench. 'Cause I know that was kind of hard for him to do because he was already had higher minutes in the rotation before James Harden came over there. But
Yes,
Russell Westbrook his hand something wrong with his hand.
yes, just yes. We have a 3-0. You on the run, busy, but yes, it's gonna be an interesting playoffs.
Oh yeah. So in the finals, we both do we both agree we see the Nuggets and the Celtics in the finals?
This this will be what I'm leaning towards. Absolutely.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that's a 90% certainty. Nuggets and the Celtics,
Oh yeah.
and I'll give the Bucks a 10% chance out east.
Yeah. But you did make a good point about Indiana. You did make a great point about Indiana got Bucks number. So if they hadn't faced the Bucks in the playoffs, they can eliminate the Bucks.
Yeah, you're right
No,
about that.
that's something I didn't. That's something I didn't really think about.
Yeah. So let me ask you before we get off the NBA. What team already eliminated? Basically, what team this year is trash that next year might turn the corner in your eyes?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say it's Spurs. Only, here's my reason for that. Um, we already talked about the Rockets. The Rockets could be better next year, but I'm gonna say it's Spurs because of Wemby. Them and Wemby gonna make some improvement because Wemby, the games I had watched this year, he has blocked a lot of shots. I think he should be in the running for defensive player of the year. Because he got like a same amount of steals and the same amount of blocks. But if Pop get him more playing time, if we get more minutes and stuff, I can see the Spurs winning like at least next year about 25 plus games at least.
See, the thing is, they got to give Wembanyama some help. Right now, he's playing with other garbage right now, so which is why they're not a good team because
Yeah,
he's obviously a stud. And I think he will win Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. They're gonna put Wembanyama on
yeah,
the pedestal. So if they Spurs get him a little bit of help, they should win at least 35, 40 games next year. It be pushing for a playing position because Pop don't have
yeah,
many years left. Not only living but also coaching too. So he needs to take advantage of Wimby and while Pop is still coaching. So they need to get him some help down there ASAP. So you
yeah.
said that. So you said the Spurs, and I'm going to pick another team, which is quite obviously the Grizzlies, because John Moran to be back pretty much all year next year, and then as well, Jared Jackson Jr. is proven to be a stud. They got some talent
Oh
down
yeah.
there. Yeah,
They still got
Brandon Clark,
Bane, right?
Brandon Clark, Desmond Bain. Now it hurts that they traded Steven Adams, but he's basically done. So that basically tells the Grizzlies it's
Yeah,
time
he
to get a
got a
new
lot. He got a
center.
lot of miles on him.
Yeah,
Steve Adams got a lot of miles on him.
yeah, it's time to get a new center down there.
Yeah,
If they get a center that has 3-point range to get a little depth, the Grizzlies will be back in a top six position next year.
yeah. You know what? That's the thing. How long they? I know John Moran had like some type of shoulder injury or something. I wonder how long is he gonna be out?
Well, he out for the rest of the year, but he should be back for the start of next year. I'm certain because
Oh, okay.
he went out in December, so he should have had a surgery by now. So by September, October, he should be healed for next season.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Yeah, yeah. No. You right. You right. You right.
Yeah, so
But
let's
he got.
go to let's go to the NFL. They had the free agency, a few trades. So, in your opinion, which team made the best moves overall?
I honestly haven't been following all the NFL moves. But I will put one out there. Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah. So you say it for him, or you say it for the Steelers?
Oh yeah, Justin Fields, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, so I'll piggyback on that. I'll say the Steelers did pretty good as a team. They got Russell Wilson as
Oh
their
yeah,
starter, Justin Fields as their backup trainee. If Russ gets hurt ineffective, they can put in Justin. So they got two good quarterbacks on top of the depth chart. Then they signed Patrick Queen away from the Ravens, so that's always a plus when you get only good player, but take it from a division rival. So they did good there. A team I really think is, even though I'm down on the Bears trade Justin Fields, I'm gonna go with the Bears because they they really did a lot to give. I'm assuming we all know it's gonna be Caleb Williams with offensive talent. They signed DeAndre Swift to share the backfield with Khalil Herbert. They traded for Keenan Allen, so now with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, they got a 1-2 punch at receiver. They signed Gerald Everett, a veteran tight end, so they got him and Cole Komet, two very good tight ends. So they gotta get more offensive line help, and the defense they signed Jonathan Owens. I sometimes call him Mr. Simone Biles, but Jonathan Owens. I know the man's name, Jonathan Owens. He's a very good safety. They also signed Kevin Burns, so they got two good safeties back there. So Jaden Johnson, they re-signed him to secondary straight. So I think if in the draft the Bears, like I said, take Caleb Williams at number 9. They get either a offensive lineman or the defensive lineman, so their line to be straight. So I'll say the Bears really did good overall. Also the Jets too, because they got 3 new offensive linemen. They got Moses Morgan from the Ravens in the trade. They also got John Simpson from the Ravens, and then they got Tyron Smith, who's been the Cowboys' starting left tackle for years. Now he'll be protecting Aaron Rodgers' blind side. Then they signed Mike Williams, so they got another good receiver over there. The defense is also good, so they turned the corner. So anything that you didn't like?
Um, you know, as I'm a Bears fan, so I just hope because the Bears, they made some moves, but they also still in a tough division, you know, because you got the Lions, you got the Packers, so it would be interesting, it'd be interesting,
Well,
I would say for the Leafs, I don't think the Bears can do no worse than what they did this past season.
nah, 2022 was a horrible season.
Yeah.
They lost their last 10 games. It was bad.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
will say
definitely did worse than that.
it's quite obviously, you said division. It's quite obvious. If the Bears don't at least beat the Packers once, they ain't going nowhere because being owned by the Packers and
Oh, yeah.
can't stop from stepping on your own feet, you ain't going nowhere. So they got to get over the hump and beat the Packers at least once. At least flip the Packers.
Man,
I ain't asking you to sweep the Packers. At least flip the Packers. God damn.
man, that's crazy. Aaron Rodgers is gone, and we still got we still losing to him, man. That's crazy.
Well,
That's
it showed for game one that Jordan Love gonna be the Packers quarterback for the next 10 plus
yeah,
years. So he's next. As far the Rodgers to Love. That's why the Packers always been to the Bears. They always got a plan. They always got a quarterback. So the Bears
right.
know it always had. But this is why they always on top of the Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
And their team owned by shareholders. So to me, they already got better owners than the McCaskey. So I think the main problem is why the Bears are never going anywhere.
Yeah, it is something with Chicago ownership, man. It's like they don't want them. They don't want to play. I mean, they don't want to pay good players, And
What's
then they have good players. We don't keep them very long.
it's it's just that for coaching the GM hires, they have fossils like Ernie Akasi and Bill Polian making your choices. These guys are making GM and coaching choices in the 70s and 80s. I mean, these guys should be retired somewhere, so they're making choices. That's one problem. That again,
Yeah,
go back to ownership. I can I can write a book on the Bears, and why they gave Justin Fields only 3 years and Jay Cutler got 7. I think
yeah.
Cutler
He's
got
been there
7.
for a long time.
Cutler got 7, yeah, because he was the quarterback from '09 to 2015. So Cutler got 7. I'm not gonna say Cutler quit during the championship game. I'm just gonna say he
That's the NFC conference, right?
yeah, it wasn't a good look him to stand on the sidelines while
Right.
the
Yeah,
game was
just
going
standing there
on because
riding bike.
it looked like he could have played. That's what someone say.
Yeah.
They said it was a playable injury, but if he was maybe in the back, sit down, it looked better than standing up, just watching the game going on. That's what it was. So what's the good look? So from that point on, he lost his reputation, understandably so, because current retired players at that point ripped him, and I think deservedly so. But at that point, it was never the same for him, man. I think Justin, could have got one more year, but Ryan Poe was for the job on the line, so he feel he better off going with the rookie, well, likely Caleb Williams. We'll see what Caleb do.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to for with that. And bouncing back to the Jets, they gotta do something, man, because Aaron Rodgers, when he hurt, like, for the majority of last season, if I recall.
Aaron Rodgers got hurt in the fourth play of the first game.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Yeah,
first possession. They first possession, the fourth play, he was out. And at that
yeah,
point, it was Zach Wilson time. And you knew it was over there. It was over there. When Zach Wilson came in, you knew it was over. They knew it was over. The team knew it was over.
right.
That's why the owner came out and said they didn't have a backup quarterback. Hence why they signed Tyrod Taylor. So
Yeah,
even if they keep Zach Wilson, he won't see the field this year for the Jets.
right,
He hits on his last pass for the Jets, whether he's on the roster or not.
right, man. If you think about that, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be how old? Like 40 years old, I think.
Yeah, he'll be he's 40 already. He'll be 41.
Yeah,
He was born,
41. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because he was
yeah.
born in 83. So yeah, so that's just how I go.
Man, that window, man, it's like,
The NFL, you have to win now. NFL is by parity because
yeah,
you could be the Super Bowl this year, next year, you could be one of the worst teams in the league. It's up and down. It's no certainty. So it's a stroke of luck when you're able to win year after year after year. That's why the Chiefs, are actually a dynasty because they win it every year. They've been winning for the last 2 years, which is rare in the NFL because
right.
the NFL is built on parity. They want teams to go up and down, up and down, up and down. One year good, one year bad. They want
With the
make teams
same
make it
coach
possible.
too, Andy
Yes,
Reid.
yes. Andy Reid has proved to be a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like comparison. It's like the Pat Mahomes becoming the young Michael Jordan.
You know what it is, and in every sport, things are different. So,
Yeah,
Pat, I think if Pat Mahomes came here or he came with someone else, it might have been the same as being with KC because Andy Reid was able to give him, the coaching and the structure needed of him to develop to be an all-time great quarterback.
yeah,
If he goes to do another organization, they may not have the coach or the structure because that's another thing in the NFL that helps a player become great. It's the coaching and the structure and the talent around him. So all
yeah.
that helps. The coaching and the structure to have all time tight end and Travis Kelsey, who will be like him in future Hall of Famer. So that
Oh
helps too.
yeah, oh yeah. He be mentioned with the the Gronks, the Shannon Sharps, and
Yeah,
etc.
yeah,
Man, get into that. I be thinking about that. It pains me every time I think about that. I said the Bears could have had Patrick Mahomes. Man, I was like, God damn
yeah, yeah. They could have had Patrick Mahomes, but would he be Patrick Mahomes if he was here? Like, would the Bears give him the coach the structure? He need to be all time great quarterback.
it.
I don't think so. So I think he went to the right place.
Just the curse of Chicago, huh?
See, yeah, it was wasn't that yeah, it was Ryan Pace, really outsmarted himself because John Fox, who was coach at the time, wanted them to draft Deshaun Watson. And,
That's another good
obviously,
one, Deshaun Watson.
yeah, before all the allegations. He was
Yeah,
clean.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that would have been good. But, when they drafted Mr. Biscuit, I was like, who? I was like, oh, good. They did done it again. And they straight up to get him from 3-2. And nobody was going to draft Mitch at 2. So they could have
Yeah.
avoided that trade with San Fran and get them all on there just to get the fifth best quarterback in that draft. Yeah, we need to do a video about that, the worst Bears decision, because I could talk about them
Yeah.
for about a good hour or two with bad decisions
Oh
they made.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
It's just
yeah.
straight bad decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me ask you real quick. Do you have a pick to win the NCAA men's and women's championship?
Uh, I haven't been following much as I should. I seen games here and there. Um,
Don't worry about it. Charles
I
Barkley don't
think
watch it, man. He get
we
paid
know
too.
for the men's. I'm gonna stick with UConn. And for the women's, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Well, the women's is easy. South Carolina's undefeated. They'll stay undefeated. They'll go all the way to the championship.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. That's what
And
I said. I'm bad with keeping up with that stuff.
and for the men, I'm gonna go with Houston. I think Kevin Sampson will win his first championship.
Oh, okay, okay.
UConn, I see actually UConn being put out by Illinois tomorrow in the Elite Eight.
Mm.
So I see the Illini going to their third Final Four
Oh, okay.
tomorrow.
Be something to watch.
Yeah, it will. I'm gonna try to check it out more than likely. Yeah, so man, so we definitely gotta do this again.
Oh yeah, it's a very fun
Yeah,
show. We hit on some interesting points. Especially NBA. The East versus West breakdown. Since we not too far from the playoffs, we did that. Then we talked about the NFL. The free agency and the player movement. Which teams you think got the best free agency. What's interesting about free agency, and then move on to March Madness. Which, like I say, I admit I haven't been following all the games, but I'm just going by what I've seen here and there.
yeah, you're absolutely right about that. So we definitely gonna check y'all out next time. For my co-host, Greedy Sports Talk, I'm Jared Brits, and that was our 2 cents on it.